Yes, my name is Weston Jordan. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my senior research this afternoon. I'm actually going to talk a little bit about inverse problems and the levels of depth and complexity that they entail, along with the best methodology to go about solving them. So we want to talk about efficiency first. There are two main gauges we're going to use to sort of summarize that. First of all, how accurate is the method that we're using. Obviously, that's somewhat important. You don't want a huge margin of error or anything like that. The second is the time it takes. So specifically real time. So are we waiting a couple hours for a solution? Are we waiting even upwards of a day? Or are we doing it much faster, minutes or even seconds? Those are the two parameters that we really want to talk about here. You might be thinking, okay, I've taken the inverse of a matrix before. It's easy. I learned it my freshman year of high school or sophomore year of high school. Using the determinant, that sort of thing. Well, that won't work here. The matrices that we're using are with vast amounts of data, thousands and thousands of rows by thousands and thousands of columns, and to solve one of those using a determinant method is not something I would wish on anyone. It would take absolutely forever. So the hope is to examine a variety of inverse methods, and sort of this is in support of Doctor Cornely's work. So if you haven't had the chance to really hear anything about that, first of all, I'm sorry. I'll try and summarize it real quick for you. But it's actually really cool stuff. So if we look right here at our diagram, this is the Earth's crust. We're looking at tectonic movements right here. There's convergent boundaries and divergent boundaries and transform boundaries. Way up here, way off the screen, is the atmosphere. And specifically 100 kilometers to about 1,000 kilometers up in that range, there are electrons that will fluctuate during and sort of indicate a significant seismic activity. So if we look right here, actually, this is the country of Haiti. If you remember back in 2010, there was a very devastating earthquake in Haiti. The epicenter of that was right about there. And so we're looking at electrons that are sort of up in the ionosphere, just around this area right here. So that's what this work is basically in support of.